but if you do, at least what do you do? All right. So welcome everyone. I'm Kenisha Dixon and the proud director of the Beautiful Hummingbird Unit. We're gonna get started with of course, we have to open up in prayer. We don't take anything for granted. So forgive me again, I do have a sore throat. So I'm going to be struggling tonight, but I'm going to try my best. So Heavenly Father, I want to thank you so much for the opportunity that we get to use this as a platform, God, to glorify you, to bring women together, God, to have a sisterhood, to bond, God, to have our community, to lift each other up, Heavenly Father. We thank you, God, for today. We thank you, God, you've given us the opportunity to pour into the lives of somebody else. God, anything that we are training on tonight, God, may it be beneficial to somebody. May it encourage them. May it change your life, Heavenly Father. We continue to thank you for all that you've done for us. We thank you for what you have already done. And we thank you for what you are about to do in our lives. All these things we ask through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen and amen. So first and foremost, we want to just kind of mention the upcoming events for this week. On Friday, which is tomorrow, we have career conference. So if you guys remember, they are not having a career conference in person. This is a virtual. But guess what? Seminar is actually in person and they're not having a virtual. So this is going to encourage people to be there in person. I have to tell you that when you attend virtual and when you attend in person, it is very different. It is not the same. So if you can, I would say start working now, start putting your funds together to be there at seminar in Dallas. And for career conference, again, that is going to be virtual. We are personally not having a watch party, but you can have your own watch party. You don't have to wait for me to start that. You can do your own watch party. The other upcoming events on Monday, we also have our girlfriend night, which is our game night. So for those consultants or guests, we're going to have a little bit of fun. So make sure you are on for our game night. And that's on Monday. And it starts at 8:30. 8 o'clock for consultant training, 8:30 for guests. So make sure that you are that you hop on for that. And then as reminders, and I'm not sharing a screen for those, but as reminders, we have Star Consultant. And the beauty about being a Star Consultant, you get fabulous prizes. Also, you get company referrals, but also if you don't want the prizes, you could take the money. You could take the money and you can use it to buy different things from different stores that they are affiliated with. So if that's something that interests you, I would say definitely you always want to be a star. And how can you be a star? You can break it down into categories, into months. So that's why if you golden rule achieve, automatically you become a star. So I think being a star should be anybody's goal. It means that you're selling. If you're a star, it means that you're selling. So you always want to make sure that you are promoting that, right? You're letting your clients know that you get to earn prizes as well. And that will encourage them, of course, to shop with you. The other thing I want to remind you is A+. And what is A+? You guys have heard me talk about this before. A+ is seeing faces, being in front of people. And what I have to tell you is that being in front of people, and I rather in person, but if they're out of town, then virtual is an option. In front of people, you really get that opportunity to connect. You get that opportunity to connect with others. You get to have them try the products. While you're there, you get their feedback. While you're there, you get to make sure it's the right product, the right match. And so that's why it's great when you're in person. So A+ is just seeing 15 faces for the month. Of course, placing order and doing coffee chats. I don't have that screen to share right now. A+ Super Achiever is seeing 30 faces, and A+ Elite is seeing 50 faces. I think I have that correct. Forgive me if I have them mixed up. But it's 15, 30, and 50 faces. And if you see 30 to 50, you are doing the right thing. If you see 30 to 50 faces, you are going to get in front of people. You are going to get referrals. You are going to get the sales. You are going to get the coffee chats. If you're seeing less than that, then you're not going to see the results that you're anticipating. And that's when you may have to change your goal, right? Or you may have to reset your goal if you're not seeing those faces, and that is A plus retreat, A plus. And we have so many other things that we're doing, you guys. So when you A plus, the consistency with that, it allows you to earn prizes. So you want to make sure that you are tracking your numbers and putting your numbers in. And I have to say, I've been one of the ones that have been horrible at putting the numbers in. I mean, 1 month I rocked it out and I forgot to put my numbers in. So like me, who's busy, what I would recommend, put it on your calendar when you're going to put your numbers in. Don't wait until the last day, until the 5th, to put those numbers in. So that's what I would recommend. I wanted to welcome some of our newbies. I know she probably doesn't know we have a meeting tonight. I think she's still getting familiar. I'm just going to text her real quick. My apologies. Welcome, Sonia. All right. So I wanted to welcome one of our new. Hi. I wanted to welcome one of our newest team members, Sandy. And I know that she already has a team member that she's about to sign up. So we love that. We want to see more people coming in. We want to be in front of faces. We want to explode, because especially when our goal is to debut Pink Cadillac. I know that is a far stretch, but I know it's highly attainable. And unfortunately, I cannot do it by myself. So we need our team working together to get there. And so that is really and truly the goal, to debut in June 27 to wrap up and finish Pink Caddy. Okay, so we're gonna need God's help, but we have to put the work in, and we, meaning myself and the whole team. So everyone is gonna make a difference. All right, so that is it for me for announcements. So do we have anyone that want to share any wins for the week before we get into our training? Any wins? Sonia, do you have any wins you'd like to share?
Well, I just recently, just maybe a couple minutes ago, I have been working on my mailing list. So what I've been doing is sending out texts and just telling people I'm about to send out the spring catalog. So can you send me an updated address? And people have been responding.
Nice. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, because who doesn't want a catalog and free samples? So that's great. That's great. And you know what? Keep it going. I remember something Gloria Mayfield Banks said. She said, even if you have 200 customers, she says, look for new ones. Don't rely on the same old ones. Look for new. What's the wrong in that? You know, you have a lot of people with amazing skin. So always try to build your clientele. All right, one of my wins, I got a couple reorders and new team member. We had a successful Friday event, which was our girls' night out. It was amazing. I think we had 15 people show up, and we got really had a great turnout, and it was just a great time. And the studio is beautiful, so I am excited, definitely excited to do more events there and debuts, which we're gonna send the flyer out for that. We're gonna have a debut for Miss Sandy next week, Friday. So I need to send out the invite for that. So that is what I have for announcements and wins. So we had a lot of wins. So what I'm going to train on tonight, I'm going to do a screen share, because I think, do I have it? I hope I have the right one up. Let me just pull it up first. Hold. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now I can actually do my screen share. Sonia, can you see that? Oh, it says that it's loading. Can you see it? You should be able to see it now, yes?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I wanted tonight to train on the 5 basic needs, because I think people right now are so busy. They're running around. Some of them are running around, unfortunately, like a chicken without a head. Don't know if they're coming or going. And sometimes we forget like what really gets us. And I think understanding the 5 basic needs and understanding where we fall in regards to that is important, because that is going to help us in terms of certain achievements or certain things that we want to accomplish, where we understand what makes us tick. And as you listen to this, hopefully, you guys will go back and watch this and watch the replay. Is you figure out, where do you fall under this, or do you have a couple of them and which one is higher than the other? So I'm just gonna go through that, and then we will go from there as to what each one entails, and then you can figure out where you fall once you watch this replay. So the first one, and I put a little bit of notes here, so it's not everything in its entirety, but it kind of gives you examples of what would fall under that. So the first one is power and achievement. And this person is somebody that they have a need to conquer. They like to win. And actually that gets them energized. Like, they're energized by the win. Some of them, and I think I kind of fell under this category, is like, just getting the win is what does it. They don't even care what kind of prize they're getting. They just want the win. They're usually empowered by an ambitious heart. So they're ambitious. They want to get more, not just earning money. It's more like achieving more. Like, they're very ambitious. They don't just settle. Achievement is an urgent calling. So it's like, when they want to achieve something, it's almost like somebody's behind them, like saying, you have to do this, you have to. So they make that achievement urgent. They have a highly competitive spirit. And a lot of times with these people, it's not so much that they're competitive with others. They don't usually watch what others are doing. They're usually competitive with themselves. And competitive in the need to excel. So that's the other thing too. So they may compete with themselves in that, okay, I want to do better. I want to excel. I want to do great at this. They strive to be the best. And guess what? Sometimes the best can be number one, or it can be the best of yourself. So even if they're not number one, they can be the best in terms of, okay, that is the best for me because I've never done that before. They love to break records. And the reason they like to break records is because of the win factor. So again, it goes back to that need to win. It says they love the spotlight. I don't love the spotlight. Appreciation, admiration, and respect. So I definitely would say admiration is a big one. And of course, who doesn't want to be respected? And that's for me personally. And as I'm going through, whichever one goes to you, then feel free, Sonia, to just kind of chime in and say which one applies to you. Values relationships that challenge her. If her leadership does not challenge her, she may leave. So this is power and achievement. So I know that sometimes when I have to go after something and it's hard to achieve, that gets me. That, like, I'm excited by that. Because when I push and I fight and it was hard and then I achieve it, it is the best feeling in the world. They usually have great clarity through the process, clears the path with their determination, and they're not weighed down by incidental. So even though they're going for this goal and things happen, they don't let it bother them. And they take the lead without thinking. So it's like you get thrown into, and I always say sometimes we get thrown into leadership, but sometimes there are others that could have done it, but because of your basic need, that's one of the top ones for you. That's why sometimes people that are power and achievement, they will take the lead without thinking. It's just natural for them. So in this area, 5 ways that you can specifically work in the basic needs is you can have friendly competition with yourself. So, or you can have friendly competition with somebody else. So it's not something where, oh my God, if they win, that I'm going to lose out. It's just, you kind of compete. I remember one time we were doing a hydrogel eye patch challenge, and I was competing like a friendly competition with another consultant. And I said, okay, let's go 50. I'm going to do 50. And the person was like, oh, I'm going to do 10. And I was like, girl, you could do better. But she said, okay, I'm going to do 25. And it was like a nice competition back and forth. I remember we text each other, hey, girl, I just got another one. And it was actually fun. When was the last time? Think about this. When was the last time you had a friendly competition? Might not be a bad idea. Some other ways that this basic need could work for you in regards to your business, you could do like a fun contest. I remember we used to have something called The Voice, and that was when we would go on and we would they would give us different categories and we had to learn them, and each week we would come back and then they would vote on it. And so I think I came the second runner-up one year, and then right after that I became a director. So that one was fun. Some of the ways that you can work in this basic need: goals, write the goals and make sure they're clarified. Map out a plan at the beginning of the month. So sit and map out a plan, and as soon as you have a win, have another win to go, have another goal ready. So that is so true, because you know what, if it's like once you achieve that, you're like, okay, what's next? What's the next one? What's the next thing I can achieve? So so that is power and achievement. All right, Sonia, you didn't hear yours yet, right? All right. And so these are just some of the little tidbits, some of the verbiage or the words that applies to that. Next one is love and connecting. So love and connecting, they have a need to influence. So if you have a need to influence, if you like, some of these people, they actually like that physical touch. They like to give, they're affectionate, they're empowered by relationships. Under this umbrella, you're energized by the ability to influence. So when you realize that you can influence others, you're actually excited about that. They're also energized by making a difference. So they want to be able to make a difference. When they hear that, that gets them excited. They're energized by giving money. So if it's something where they can give to others, they can bless others, they like that. Empowered by the influence of affecting another's heart and or actions. So when realizing that they can change somebody's heart or change their action, that does get them excited. They have a dedicated interest in how others think, respond, and operate. So people that are love and connecting, I would say they get hurt easily. If somebody says no, or maybe say they had a great relationship and that relationship was shattered, or for whatever reason, they will really have a hard time with that. They desire to be immersed in the middle of great heartfelt communication, and they're physically affectionate. They easily demonstrate love, and they require physical touch and comfort others with physical connection. These personality, love and connecting, also value relationship that stimulates their head, their heart, and their soul. So that is definitely not me. So people with this basic need, how do you work in that? They should know their why. To keep their why in front of them. They should probably have a power partner, and don't overthink everything. Probably not a good idea to overthink everything, because sometimes when you think about that, if somebody behaves a certain way, you're thinking that it's personal. You're taking it personal when really it has nothing to do with you. And you know, it could just be something that maybe they're going through at the time. Purpose driven. They learn what is this? Recognize, what is this? And not enabling. No, okay. So that is it. I don't want to add anything extra to that. That one was love and connecting. And so now I'm going to move on to the next personality type, which is, did I give you all? Hold on, let me make sure I gave you everything you needed to get. Oh yeah, by the way, love and connecting, they make friends easily. And sometimes they get absorbed and sensitive to the needs of others. So they're kind of worried about what people think. They're oversensitive. They find it hard to detach from unhealthy people or situations. And they are enabling versus empowering. So we want to make sure, we want to think about that personality, that basic need. Are you enabling versus empowering? I have to check that sometimes. All right, next one is freedom and choice. I kind of think I'm under this a little bit. So I think I'm a little bit of power and achievement and some freedom and choice. The need for freedom. They're energized by options. So they don't like rules. They're empowered by an open agenda. So they like an open agenda. They don't like a strict schedule. They do not respond favorable to rigid rules or strict conformity. They have an innate desire to create their own way. So it's like they want to create their own agenda, their own schedule, their own way. And they easily stray from the planned venue. So even if you have a schedule, they may kind of go off and do their own thing. They love to soar in a positive direction. That's a good thing. They desire to control their decisions, their direction, and their schedule. And they value mature relationships that don't require constant attention. So in this case, if your leader is too regulated or taught in an absolute manner, they'll become frustrated. They like the freedom. They don't want strict teaching or strict schedule. People like this do not like tracking sheets. So they don't like tracking sheets.
That sound like
That sound like you. That might be you. But guess what? These people, freedom and choice, they may be viewed as or perceived as being rebellious or disrespectful, and that's not the case. That's just them, their freedom and choice. They are negatively challenged by a specific strategy, structure, or tracking sheet, and they don't like accountability. Oh my God, I think this is partially me too. I know I need to be accountable, but the minute I'll start and then I just go off track. They operate out of the need to be spontaneous versus tied down with too many appointments or a long-term plan. So these people do not like a rigid schedule. All right, Sonia, it sounds like you have your definite one so far that you attached to, right?
all of
right.
that, freedom and choice.
Yeah, that's what you said, right? Freedom and choice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. And understanding this basic need will kind of help you to realize like what works for you and what doesn't. And when you understand these basic needs and you meet somebody that has a different basic need than you will understand why they may not want a strict agenda, or maybe they won't respond a certain way to you because that doesn't work for them. So you have to find what works for them and work in that basic need. Safety and security. I think this is me too. When I kind of adapted this, I think when I started having children. And that safety and security, that's the need for stability. These people are energized by a savings account. They're empowered. They like a stable environment. They're not innately impulsive, and they need to think things through. So if your leader, like in this case, if the leader is too spontaneous or not planned out, she becomes kind of anxious. Okay, I don't become anxious when this thing's not planned out, but I don't like things thrown at me. That's a part of me. Like, I don't want things changing last minute. Like, I like to do things or set things out to where, it's somewhat organized. Doesn't have to be perfect. I don't like things thrown in last minute. Values trust and continuity in relationships. She feels confident and comfortable when there is a known plan. Not necessarily, not me. Motivated by the ability to control and create her own future. Yes. Feels better to save money than to spend it, and seeks peace. People like this, they don't really need a why. Unfortunately, oftentimes they can be too cautious. So if you're too cautious, sometimes then it means you won't take risks. They may have to think through invitations or decisions with the need to feel comfortable about the rollout. And the decisions are affected by physical safety, they're not usually spontaneous. So that is safety and security. They like to feel safe. They like to be secure. They don't like spontaneity, anything that's stable. So they like some type of stability. And then last but not least, that's fun and pleasure. I think Beth said this was her. So the person that is fun and pleasure, they have a need for adventure. They get excited by the party. They're energized by laughter. They are drawn to music. They're moved deeply by music, so they love music. And I think that is one of your team members too, Sonia. They're inspired by the opportunity to experience the uncommon, new venues, new adventures. So they kind of like that. They love vacations for the experience, not necessarily for the rest. So they'll go on vacations for the experience, but they don't care about getting any sleep. And they're motivated by the ability to have fun, conversation, and laughter. So people like this, they're not motivated by workshops or long training sessions unless they are entertaining. So if these sessions are entertaining, you got their attention. If it's boring, then you've lost them. They'll schedule various vacation. They put a lot onto their schedule, and that is not interpreted as necessary or even considered goofing off to a need to conquer person. So these people, they just like to have fun. So if you're talking to them about the Mary Kay opportunity, you want to tell them about the fun that we have. You want to show them maybe the videos from seminar when we have the entertainment of the girls having fun together, spa time, all of those things. So speaking of spa time, I don't know if you guys saw when one of the things that is our goal for seminar is to achieve that 13% growth. And right now that is one of the categories. This is all under the 6 most important. That is one of the ones we are rocking. And when we achieve it, which I know we are going to, when we achieve it, there's going to be a big celebration at seminar. There'll be cupcakes for everybody. And if you participated by adding a team member, 1 or more team members, I hope you add more than 1, you get to have champagne, pizza, prosecco in Amy's suite. So it's going to be a little, after party that you'll get invited to. So anyway, that was the kind of throw in with our party. So hopefully you learned something about the 5 basic needs, learning how, if this is one of your needs, how it can help you, like where do you work? If this is your need, where do you work in this? And if it's one of your team members' need, how can you help best support them by understanding what their needs are? Any questions, thoughts, or comments, Sonia?
Great training.
Yeah, so based on what I shared, you still think you're under that freedom and choice?
I think I'm like, okay, you can be like a little of 2 of them or something, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So which one do you think is your strongest?
For that, and I have some of the one that don't like your leader to be that rigid, but at the same time you like some kind of stability.
Got you. All right, so let me just do a quick screen share again. Amy, we just trained on the 5 basic needs. And if you, these are the categories that we went over. And so you can always go back and watch the training. But it's great to know these 5 basic needs because you want to know which one you fall under. And first one we mentioned was power and achievement. The second one, love and connecting. The third one is freedom and choice. The fourth one is safety and security. And last but not least is fun and pleasure. So I think Sonia says she's freedom and choice. I think I'm between this one, power and achievement. I have a little bit of this, and definitely since I have kids, I'm safety and security. So that is mine. All right. Awesome. So we have a little bit of time. So you can open the floor and ask any questions at this time. I know I finished kind of early. Our Amy, if you want to share any wins that you had for the week, you can we can open that up to you at this time.
Sure. How was everybody today?
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah,
I called somebody and she ordered a mascara, she ordered an eyeliner. Today she called again and said, as I'm meeting her Saturday, I want the gel eyeliner also. So she went liquid, so she went with the gel plus the regular, and then she needs a makeup. She gets the cream to powder. And then I got another order, which they haven't paid me yet, but they wanted the pressed mineral.
Oh,
Of course, I said, well, you have to have the overall brush. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need one of those. That's an extra 16 out of nowhere. And then I got a night cream. And then my mother just ordered a day cream. And the C Restreval I ran out of. So both of us are gonna use it because I gotta tell you, she's using not the time-wise regular, but for the older people. And her wrinkles at 81 and a half are going away. Seriously,
Wow.
Kenesha, it's finally working. It took a long time, but the sides of her face have no wrinkles, none.
Wonderful.
So we're really excited. And my neck is getting better from the C Restreval.
Oh, yes, good. I'm glad you're adding that. So the C plus resveratrol, that is the one for fine lines
It's
and wrinkles. Sorry,
amazing.
Sandy.
It's doing my, because I lost 67 pounds and I got, a chicken neck, but it's going away.
It's going away.
starting to
Love
firm
it.
up because of it. I've already went through a bottle and it's getting really good. So
I
just
love
so
it.
everybody knows.
I'm showing you guys this tonight, but if you're not using retinol, which I don't think you are, Amy, because you're
No, I
sensitive.
can't use it. I'm allergic.
The PHA resurfacer.
Okay.
So if you're not using retinol, this one is great for the texture of your skin.
Okay.
So this is a milder version. So it's not retinol, but it's a replacement.
Yeah, because it burns my face right now. I can't use it.
so
I use
then
a
you
day
probably want
cream, but not the night.
Okay, awesome. Wow.
I use
Make sure
time
you
white
take
night.
pictures of your mom. Make sure you take pictures.
That's true. I should have taken before and after. Well, I do have some pictures, so I'll find them.
Awesome. I can't wait to see them. Welcome, Sandy. We just did a welcome. Sandy is one of our newest addition, our newest team member. She was at our Friday session. And so we are going to do a debut for her next week, Friday. That's the goal. But she was at our Friday session for St. Patty's Day. We had a nice turnout. We had a great time. And she also got to talk about what she does. So Sandy, are you in a place where you can just say hello and we can do a quick welcome for you?
Yes, I can say hello. I'm still driving. I'm in the car.
That's okay. Just say hello and what you're most excited about in regards to jumping on with us, networking with us.
I'm excited because I haven't really paid a lot of attention to my face lately. And the ladies there Friday got me to calm down and just experiment a lot.
Yes. Awesome. I love that. Yes. So Natasha was there and Sandy stepped out on a limb and she tried the products and tried some of the things that she hadn't tried before. And, at the end, she decided she wanted to come on board with us. But I'm super excited because Sandy is also doing something else before Mary Kay. She actually has, they're called X39, which are, they activate stem cells in your body. And so we have seen miracles, we've seen healing. We've seen, and being in the health field, I'm all about that. Yes, we can make you beautiful. But, in regards to healing, these patches are helping with facilitating that. So I'm excited to partner up and be able to see how can we help women look beautiful, but feel good as well. Like if they're in back pain or constant pain, this is something that helps them as well. And they don't have to stop their medication. So we're super excited to jump on board with that. And Sandy, the first part of the training, I think would be helpful in what you're doing in regards to your business, learning about the 5 basic needs. So really go back. I will share the link later. You can go back and watch that portion where I go into the training of each one and figure out where do you fall in that category of the 5 basic needs, because we all have needs. We all have the needs. We just didn't know which one we fell under. So we were able to identify some of them tonight. All right. Any questions, thoughts, or comments before we jump? You have time now. I'm going to jump right into the session. And why it's important. And I know sometimes, people may say, okay, I've seen this, it's the same. I think it's good for you to do this week after week, because here's the thing. I used to go to my meetings every Monday. Did I hear the same information? Yes. Did I try the same skincare? Yes, but guess what? Now I can do my own trainings because I was obedient. I showed up. I always showed up to the meetings. I worked 12-hour shifts, but I would always show up, changing in the car. And so this is your meeting. And so think about, if you're getting this training on these 5 basic needs, people had to pay for some of these trainings, you guys, and you're getting it here for free. So that's one thing I would say, take advantage of that. All right. All right. So if you are going to grab your cocktails, I actually have apple cider. I'm not drinking any cocktails right now. I have a sore throat, so I'm behaving myself. But I'm going to grab my cocktails, grab your apple cider or whatever, water if you're drinking H2O. And we are going to do a sip and glow event tonight. And I'm going to show you how you can get a natural glow with your skin. And this is also education, because we have some of the most amazing products to give you that glow. And what I enjoy about MK is that we have something for everybody. I think Amy had mentioned that, her mom, she wasn't really seeing the results. And guess what? Now she could tell you, I am actually seeing the results now. I'm actually seeing the results with the consistency and with the products that we are using that works great for her skin, right? Remember, no 2 people are alike. So what may work for one person may not work for somebody else. So I'm gonna grab my cocktail, grab your whatever you're drinking. Miss Sandy, you have water in the car. We don't want you to drink and drive. Let me put mine together. I have to hide my apple cider rosé from Carson because he kept wanting to drink too much of it. So, all right, cheers, everybody. And we are okay. Let me turn on my light. Can you guys? I think you guys can see me. Okay, I don't need any light. All right, we are going to go into our sip and glow event. And if you want to do it with me, you can. I do have my bowl of water. Now, I recommend anytime you want to learn, try it on yourself. That is the best way to learn. So tonight, I'm going to be featuring how you can get the natural glow for your skin. First things foremost, it's not a greasy face. A glow or dewy look, it's not the same as greasy face. It's not. So when you have somebody, which I've had people that said, oh, I have oily skin. I'm not going to moisturize because my skin's already oily. Guess what? Your skin's very intelligent. It will produce more oil when you don't moisturize. I promise you. So how can we go from that oily to that nice dewy glow? Or how can we go from the dry skin to a nice glow? And that's what we're going to do tonight. We'll do it together. So you guys can do it with me, right? So feel free. Sonia, I don't know if you have your goodies. You can join me. If not, I'll be doing mine. So first things first, I have to clean my face because I have makeup on from this morning. So what I'm going to first do, I do have my oil-free eye makeup remover, which is a bomb. And by the way, Amy, I'm not featuring it tonight, but the Soothing Eye Gel, I've been selling so much of those. My sister has been ordering.
I told you.
Because she was telling
me. Put it
me
in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Put it in the refrigerator.
It is awesome. I don't even think I have any more right now, honestly. I sold out of those. So
I think I have one left.
You have one left? Yeah. I know that's one of your favorites. So if you don't know the products, go grab a catalog, get familiar, use the products. If you are new, I always send you a personal list that I use. If you don't see that item on there, go in your catalog and look and see what you'd like to try, because your sales are higher when you are a user of the product. I promise you that. When you use the products, like I remember the cream blush came out, and I was like, oh, I don't like the way it's runny. Let me tell you, right now, I think I need a color and I don't have it. So try the products, tried it, fell in love with it, and now I can't live without it. So oil-free eye makeup remover, I'm gonna use that on screen. Gonna clean my eyes, and I have one of my washable cotton pads. I'm just gonna clean that off. And what I like about the oil-free is that I don't need to scrub it. I don't need to be aggressive. Nice and easy. Look at the difference there. And so far, that's what came off. And so I'm going to do the same thing for the other eye, because we want to have a nice clean face when we're done. And ladies, you can tell me what you use to get your glow, or you're going to get started if you haven't done that yet. All right. Just you can put it in the chat if you're not able to unmute. So now I'm actually going to use the micellar water. Why do I like the micellar water? It breaks down your makeup. And I think Amy started using that because she had sensitive skin. My sister uses this because she has sensitive skin, and hers, and that's the thing, your skin it can be odd. You could be okay with something, and then after you go through hormonal changes and all of a sudden now you can't use it. So based on your hormones, you may have to adjust your skincare, and that's okay.
I use the not the botanical, I use the natural line. I use my micellar after, because I can't use the scrub, and there's still makeup that comes up. And I get a really clean face when I use that. So I use it every day, twice a day.
Yeah, so that's the micellar, and it's gentle. It doesn't have any fragrance. So if somebody is worried about thank you for sharing, Amy. And that's the thing. Amy, I know, was she was like, oh, she's used to the old Mary Kay, but she's been willing to try some of the new stuff, and I like that. All right, and because of that, of course, you're gonna have more sales. All right, so now I'm gonna use my micellar water to clean my face. I usually like to use it before I do my makeup, before I do my wash, sorry. So I can break down, we could break down the makeup so it's easier to come off. And I have to tell you, I tried somebody's product and this one, it was from the same. I said, oh, let me see, maybe it's just, nah, I can't. Somebody made their own product. It didn't work for me. Because you guys have you ever seen me with a pimple? Never, right? So that's what came off. So that's with the micellar water. Look at that. And these are washable, you guys. That's a nice thing. Like these cotton pads, they're washable. So you can use them again. Wash them nice and clean and use them again. So what I'm going to do is for my glow, of course, you're not going to glow if you have dirty face. So what I like to wash my face with the Time Eyes Repair. That is the line I've been using. Let's see, let me try not to. Okay, you guys can see me. So this is the line that I use, the Time Eyes Repair line. There's the cleanser, the lifting serum, the day cream, the night cream, and the eye cream. I would recommend for people 40 and older, or if you have moderate to severe signs of aging, or if you just want to prevent the signs of aging. One of the benefits is this has plant stem cell. So Sandy, talking about stem cell, which also helps your skin, this has plant stem cell. That's why you'll see the results quickly in here. And now they have the added boost. I apologize, my throat is sore. So I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, they added boosters that you can now use. And as the name suggests, to boost your skincare. It's not to replace it. It's to boost and enhance what you're already using. And I think Sandy was using that word booster. What's the name of your item, Sandy, that's also a booster? I can't remember the name.
It's a Eon.
Eon. Okay, so the Eon patch is a booster. So it's similar to that, where it's not saying not to use the skincare, right? Like the X39. It's just saying, how can I use this to boost or enhance? So that's why I showed you some of these boosters, like the hyaluronic acid is one of them. So I'm going to kind of show you guys that tonight as well. So washing my face, I'm not going to show you that tonight because I already did my micellar, so I'm not going to waste time and do that. But I'm going to use this tonight before I go to bed because I'm going to take another shower. And what am I going to do? I'm going to use my brush, take off the massager head, and I'm going to wash, right? I'm going to use the brush part to wash my face. Let me show you how that works. This is the massager head. Do I use this? Yes, I do every day. It is the best. It gives you a nice feeling. The first time you use it, you'll feel soreness like you worked out. It's because literally you're increasing blood flow to those muscles. So you pop that off. And this is waterproof and it's rechargeable. That's a nice thing. The older ones, you had to put batteries in there. I put my brush on. You can hear that. So it makes that buzzing sound like a bumblebee. That's a whole concept behind that sound. I don't know if you guys know that. Because Mary Kay, the bumblebee is signature for us. And the reason why is because the bumblebee aerodynamically is not supposed to be able to fly because the wings are much lighter than the body, but somehow it's able to fly anyway. And so that's why they did the sonic brush the way it did with that sound, and it has a sonic feel. So it doesn't spin, it's not as aggressive, but it does give your face a nice clean. So cleanse that, right? Now, I'm going to show you the options here of how you choose to hydrate. Now, these hydrating sheet masks are awesome. They have glycerine in here. So you have, and it's, by the way, it doesn't have any scent. Again, it's a hydrating mask, so it's supposed to bring more hydration to your skin. And when would I do? I mean, you could do this morning or night, but I recommend evening because when you're sleeping, that's when your body loses a lot more hydration, right? So the pad is over here, the mask is here. And the way you do that, if you see those arrows pointing, you're going to squeeze this. And once you squeeze that, you're going to hear a popping sound. I'm not going to do it now, but you'll hear a popping sound and the liquid literally transfers over to this side. And so when it transfers over, you take the pad out, you take the mask out, and you put that on your face. And I'm going to tell you a secret. The extra juice that is in here, I would say fold this up like that, put that in a Ziploc bag, and you can use that extra juice on your face other days. Who doesn't want extra hydration? All right, so since I cleansed, I would definitely do either this one or the other one is another option is the biocellulose mask. Now, what is the difference with this one and the biocellulose? Now, this one, as the name suggests, it's hydrating mask. It has glycerine in there. The most work that it does is really to hydrate. This one, on the other hand, the biocellulose mask, it's Korean influence. It helps to lift your face, and fine lines, wrinkles, as well as hydration. It has coconut water in there, you guys. So if you want the benefits from that, then this is the way to go. If you're going to an event, this would be one of the masks that you can say, I'm going to use it right 30 minutes before I leave the house or before I do my makeup. You can use this to give you a nice glow and you will see a lift. The other secret to this is any extra juice that is in here, and there will be extra, is some people put the rest of the mask on their neck, on their chest, and then I say put the rest in a Ziploc bag, tie that up, and then you use it other days. I don't know if anybody else does that, but it's such good stuff. I don't want to waste it. That's just me. That's how good Mary Kay stuff is. All right. So once you pick one of those to do this or that, and I don't know, you can put it in the chat if you're able to, which one sounds more appealing to you? You can decide to put on the moisture renewing gel mask. Can I tell you that I hadn't used this before. I mean, this was like maybe a year ago I started using this. The reason I started using it, I wanted to see the benefit. I wanted to see really what does this do? Can I tell you that this is one of the best items to use to help with hydration, especially it's one of those items you can sleep in. Yes, I said it. You could put it on, you could go to bed, you could wake up and wipe it off. Guess what it has in there? It has acai berry. if you know about acai berry, it's great. It's a great antioxidant. It has that in there as well as other botanicals. And so it helps with that hydration loss that we get when you're sleeping. So you literally put on the gel mask. This is a hydrating gel mask, moisture renewing gel mask, sorry. Put it on, go to sleep, and then you wipe it off. Or you could put it on, leave it on for about 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes. And then you can wipe it off. So that's another option. So we're going to say we put this on tonight, right? Once I put that on, and now I wipe that off, right? For after 10 minutes. One of the best things I like to use for that glow is first, the HA, hyaluronic acid, hyaluronic and ceramide. So this one, hyaluronic acid, HA and ceramide, it's a plumper of yours for your skin, but it also helps with hydration. This is part of our Derma Cosmetic line. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So again, this is education. We're talking about hydration, hyaluronic acid and ceramide. And it is a clear formula like that. You need, they say 6 to 8 drops, but I find that you could do 4 and you're fine. It's a little thicker. So if you are using this with the C plus resveratrol, I would recommend doing the C plus resveratrol first, and then the hyaluronic acid after, HA, right? The thinner before the thicker formula, right? Put that on. This helps with hydration because dry skin can also make you look older. So once you put that on, this is one of my other favorite to use for hydration is the moisturizing stick. This is amazing, by the way, you guys. So how do I get my hydration with that? I put it on my forehead. I put a little on my cheek, and it massage that in. It does not leave your face feeling greasy. This is natural. This is all from the natural or more of an organic, but it's part of the natural line. So when you have people that are sensitive or still want that glow, even if they don't have sensitive skin, but they want that glow, this is one that I can use underneath my moisturizer. You guys, I don't know if you guys use this, but you can, and you can even use it on your lips as well. Amazing, by the way. I actually just used, this is not the one I was using. I'm out. Like I literally cleaned it out to the bottom. Moisturizing, getting that glow. This one I'll put on for you guys so you guys can see it. The nourishing oil. I sell quite a bit of these, I have to tell you. People that order, they come back. This not only smells amazing, but it has vitamin E, it has almond oil, it has sesame oil in there, all natural, doesn't have a scent, like very light, right? And I would do 2 drops of this. I'm gonna put it on so you can see what it looks like. So I'll do 2 drops. And I usually, there's some people that say they like to put this on at night. I actually use it both morning and night. So it has a light fragrance. It has sesame oil, like I said, almond oil. Gives you that nice glow. There we go. See? And it gives you that glow without the grease. If you're wearing foundation, you can still put this on, put your moisturizer with sunscreen over that, and then put your foundation. It's not going to leave your face greasy. It just gives you that nice dewy glow. So think about what works for you. What I can tell you, I always say try the Mary Kay products. You're not going to know how something works until you try it, and that way you can talk to others about it. So ladies, out of everything I shared tonight, what are some of the items that you are already using? And then what are some of the items that you found that I'm not using it, but I think I may want to try? And if so, why?
In some of the boosters yet. So that is I'm gonna try, but I've used all mostly all everything else.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. I have to tell you, Sonia, the boosters, like Amy mentioned, the boosters are a game changer. And I'm literally excited to try all of them, even some of the ones I really don't need. I'm like, no, I want to try you because how can I get from here to there? I want to see if it can get even better than how my skin already is. But it's also great because you could tell others about it. Anybody else like the gel mask? Has everyone tried that? I know Sandy's new, so you don't know it. The moisture renewing gel mask. That one, if you haven't tried that, I would recommend definitely giving that a try. And then, of course, the boosters. All right, any questions? I'm not going to go over the prices because I don't have my, actually, you know what? Maybe I could pull it up real quick, my closing sheet. If you just have a little patience with me, I'll pull up the closing sheet. And that way you guys can see the different options. If you're still you're not sure what you want to try, look in your catalog as a consultant, you get half off. As a customer, you pay full price. So you decide which one you would like to do. You could pay full price or you could do it at half off. All right, let me just kind of share really quick. This doesn't have all the items, but this gives you a basic idea. On some of the skincare that you saw me use tonight, I did use the oil-free eye makeup remover, but this is your basic skincare set or miracle set. I did use the repair line, so that is, of course, is a different category, but this is people for mild to moderate signs of aging. And that's 120. Of course, again, consultants get half off, so it's a consideration to determine whether or not you want to start your own business today. Ultimate Miracle Set, that's 189. It includes the microderm and oil-free eye makeup remover. I did not include the microderm tonight, but it's one of those items that you can use to give you that glow. So it is one of my favorite items. So even though we didn't feature it tonight, it's probably something to consider. The other options is if you want to you said, you know what, I don't want any of those, girl. I want the full princess set. You do get a roller bag for free, which keeps everything organized for you. You do get to get that look. Not only do you get the glow, but you also get a customized look. You could get that for $2.99. And then if you said, no, I'm not a princess, I know definitely I am a queen, you do get a free bag. You do get the items that are featured here as well. And the addition is the satin hands and the satin lips. And so those are our most popular sets. So let me just stop share really quickly. Like I said, you're not obligated to buy anything. You're not obligated to take anything home. But if something you see, you tried it or you want to try it for free, Mary Kay does have money back guarantee, 90% like buyback. So if you try anything or you're not happy, they will buy it back or your consultant will switch it out for something else for you. All right, so thank you, ladies, so much. I hope after tonight you are inspired to go and moisturize, get that glow, get that dewy look, try our Mary Kay products. We do help to change lives with it. I have to tell you that one of the things that I love about the opportunity is that we get to connect with women. We get to have fun together. We had such a great time when we that Friday evening, right, Miss Sandy? And that's the one thing that we have that the guys don't have. We have a community. We have a community, we have a sisterhood, and I love that. We get that. The other thing is the prizes that you get, the perks, the extra money. Right before I came here, I actually dropped off products for 2 people right as I was on my way home. So that extra income is nice. And you get that money right away. You can take it and deposit it in your account. And of course, I always teach you guys the money split, the 60-40% split when it comes on to business. So I just love the fact that we get that extra money. We get the write-offs, the tax write-offs. We get over 32 legal tax write-offs. In addition to that, the money, the tax write-off, you get the freedom, the flexibility, the diamonds, right? I'm not wearing the other one, but this is one of my second ring that I've earned with the company, which is exciting. And guess what? Your partner doesn't have to buy diamonds for you anymore. You can tell him, listen, save your money. Let's do something else, right? And because Mary Kay gives me diamonds. Mary Kay sends you on trips, all expense paid trips. You could go with your spouse and we get to travel together. So the other thing we have coming up, I don't know if you guys know or remember, we have seminar. And guess what? And I think Amy, last year was your first seminar, right? We stayed at the Adolphus Hotel. We had so much fun.
Yeah,
Hi,
in
Marion.
30 years. I used to sell when I was 28, but haven't been since. But yeah, that was awesome.
Yes, it was. And yeah, this year they're not doing a virtual. I think people were like saying, no, we need to do an in-person only, because I think people were just getting too comfortable with being in front of a screen. And honestly, it's not the same experience. It really is not. And not only that, not only seminars, we get to have director days, we get to have retreats, things that women are craving, we offer that. Things that women, that sisterhood, that personal growth, that spiritual growth, we remind you that when you're in business, you got to put God first. God comes first in everything, family and then career. And so that is the philosophy in Mary Kay. The Mary Kay organization, you guys, they give back, they plant trees. Oh my gosh, there's so much more that they do. That those noodles that come in your box, they're dissolvable. So they're trying to protect the environment. So there's just so much more that we have to offer. The domestic violence shelters we support, the cancer research, the cancer care centers that we supply funding to. It is so much more than skincare and cosmetics. And so that is why I'm excited to be affiliated with it, because yes, the income is there, but it's not just about that. It's about whose life can you change, the connections. I can tell you, I have so many connections right now. Miss Sandy, she can call me and she's like, Kenesha, do you know anybody who needs a job? Or I can call her and say, Sandy, do you know anybody who needs a job? Do you know anybody who does this activity? And she can always find somebody. And so, or she can ask me and I can find somebody for her. So that is the kind of network that we have when you are a part of this sisterhood. Thank you so much, ladies, for being on. We're ending a little bit early, but that's okay. If you missed the training, please go back and watch. We trained on the 5 basic needs. Thank you for your time. I hope to see you here. We will see you here next week, but we are also doing Miss Sandy's debut. So if you can come to the beauty studio, which is our Forest Hill and Mango Drive, we share that with a couple of other directors. Oh yeah, Marilyn said we'll be going back. Yeah, we're going back to seminar, my dear. Join us next week. Thank you so much for your time, and support your consultant. If there's something you see you like, get it from her. Or the other thing is you can host something for her. I know, Marilyn, you're one of the hardest workers, I tell you. And so, that's the beauty, is that you could sprinkle this in when you can, because there's going to be a point when you can't work the way you normally do. And so it's nice that you can kind of have your Mary Kay business to fall back on. So thank you, ladies, for being on. Sandy, thank you. Congratulations for being part of our sisterhood, part of our networking. We will definitely have a networking session where we're going to have you guys come over. We're going to do it. Actually, I'll do it in the studio. We'll try patches. We'll have dessert. I'll have it catered. And so, girl, I'm getting there. I know, Marilyn, listen, how many times I've been on you, right? So enough is enough. Sometimes you need to get to that point. All right. Thank you, ladies, for being on. Have a wonderful evening. And remember, dream